Well, hello. How is everyone doing today? I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty, and we are going to be blinging things today. So I look forward to working with some bling templates with you. It was a request that we kick back over into the rhinestones, so that's what we're going to do today. Other than that, I would like to welcome you to our channel. Here we do rhinestones for one thing. We also do embroidery, DTF, vinyl, sublimation, even though my sublimation machine is down right now. Oh my God, yeah, my printer is broken. I'm so sad. And a couple of other things. We're going to start also doing resin. So just to let you know, we did go over it a little bit last week. We will be starting to sell the best uni, there we go, the best uni resin on our website as soon as the new order comes in. So be on the lookout for that. An update will be posted on our website, thebabiesbooty.com, as well as in the Facebook group. So keep that in mind as well. Here on our channel, we have a lot of fun. We welcome you to leave your comments. You are welcome to join our Facebook page, but we also have memberships here on YouTube. So please consider becoming a member here on YouTube. It helps support the channel, and it also allows you access to some really exclusive, cool emojis. So those of you who are members on the channel, go ahead and slap some purple bell emojis in the chat. Speaking of the purple bell, introducing the purple bell. So keep in mind here on this channel that we do love our purple bell around here, and that purple bell allows us to celebrate with you when you receive a new baby. All right, new equipment that you may get, we will ring the bell for you, because who wouldn't want to celebrate? Come on, man, our stuff is not super cheap, right? So we need to celebrate any achievement that we can get. Also, we celebrate whenever we receive a super chat or a super sticker, or we get a new member. We love new members, so we're going to ring the bell for that too. So please keep in mind, if you do become a member here, a paid member here on YouTube, you can request your own bell. How do you request a bell is a really good question. I get that question a lot, and it's really super simple. I'm going to pull up the website so that you can see how to request your own copy of your own personal bell. And each bell is signed and numbered, so keep that in mind. Now let's switch over the camera to my desktop so that you guys can see what that looks like. And here is our web page. All right, this is thebabiesbooty.com, and if you scroll just below this awesome banner, you'll see a bell right here in the middle of the page. If you click that bell, it will show you a Baby's Booty bell request form that you just fill out. Please remember to put your YouTube username. If you're not sure what it is, type a comment right now, my username, or put a emoji, a smiley face emoji in the chat so that you can see how your name pops up. That's what we need to see so that we can confirm you're a member here on the channel and get your bell out to you. All right. Now, a lot of times people are like, I don't want to have to sign up a subscription. That's not fair. I don't want to have to be a subscriber to her channel like that and pay a membership. Okay, that's understandable, and I appreciate your concerns. However, those bells do cost me money, right? And even if by some chance I was able to get bells for free, it still costs postage, and we all know that postage is like 3 arms and 2 toenails to mail anything out these days. So just help a girl out. 1 month of subscribership is all we ask for in order to send out a bell, and 1 month at the lowest level doesn't even cover the cost of the bell and shipping. So you're getting a deal anyway. So that's why we say we're sending the bell out just for 1 month of membership. We really appreciate your support. Oh my God, and you can cancel at any time. Right. All right. So that's enough of that craziness and comments and advertising. Now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this channel, which is you guys, right? So we love to have you here with us on our channel, and I appreciate all of you for joining us. In the description, I'm gonna let you know ahead of time, just in case you want to follow along with the show tonight. In the description are the links to the designs that we're going to use tonight, the one design specifically, where to get the second design from, where to get your supplies from. All of that is going to be in the description below. So keep that in mind as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the chat to say hi to everyone. I appreciate you joining us this evening. Hey, Dimps Designs, good to see you again. We were playing, what was it, bingo and scavenger hunt earlier. That was fun. So welcome. Thank you for joining us over here. Miss Bickham, hello, hello. So Crafty, hello, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Carmen Alvarado, hello, welcome. Angela, hey fam. Deborah Smith, Dawn DIY Flavor Shack, Andrea T, and oh my gosh, I'm all kinds of wrong and out of place right now. Miss Beckham, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I apologize for not saying this earlier. So Crafty, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Carmen Alvarado, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it. Andrea T, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate that as well. Let me go back up. I was just checking to make sure because I know my mic was on, but I like to double check. Instead of saying all of that and then can't hear. Let's see. Angela Cyprin, Deborah Smith, Dawn DIY Flavor Check. Okay. Andrea T, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. T Johnson, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Isabel Morgan Catley, good evening. Sheila Hi, Sheila Cushionberry, welcome. Thank you for joining us. See Cynthia's, hello. Miss Barb in the house, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Leela Nelson, thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it. Michelle Anderson, hello, welcome. Treasure Designs LLC, hello. Everyone from Columbus, Georgia. New baby alert, she says. A Cricut Easy Press 2 12 by 10. Congratulations on your new Cricut Easy Press. Woo! Yes. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing that with us. Yes. Pamela Bradley White, hello, welcome. Kara Dayhoff, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member, and you are up where my aunt is in Old Fallon. So welcome definitely for being here with us. Dawn DIY Flavor Shack, hello. Kidda Blue, what up, Kidda Blue? Angela Dyer, hello, welcome. Sheila Cushionberry is saying hey to everybody. EJ's daughter, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Rhonda Jones, Miss Mary Brown is a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Thank you. Kingsbury Craft says party, not yet. We will be soon. What up, Sam Day? You enjoying our snow today, Sam Day? We had snow, y'all. Well, out my way, I had a little bit more snow, but it's still a lot of ice. So what did I do today? Stay my butt inside where it's safe and warm. Yeah, no, didn't go out at all. Sheila Chan, hello, welcome, welcome. Let's see who else we have. Miss Beverly Smith is a YouTube Hoop Group member. Welcome. Tanyu, what up, Tanyu? Good evening, and thank you for joining us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it. We have Miss Ethel Smith. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it. EJ's daughter, thank you very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Shirley Dabney, good evening. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Appreciate y'all. Love my hat. I was trying to be cute. Oh, I am buzzing. I'm buzzing. I'm sorry. That's right. I forgot to unplug it. I was letting it charge. I apologize. Thank you for the reminder, Allison. See, Cynthia says rhinestones. Yes, we will be doing those tonight. 2011 Miss Max, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I apologize again, y'all, for the buzzing. I apologize. Sheila Cushionberry, thank you. I tried to do something different, trying to be super cute. Let's see. Pamela Bradley White, Miss Crafty Creations. Hey, Sugar, welcome again. Hello, thank you for joining us. Diane Myers is here. Welcome. Karen Caldwell, thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Baby Giant Services, good evening. Let's see. Barb LaFawn is showing that purple bell. I'm trying to tell y'all that purple bell is exclusive. You don't want to miss out on that. Robin Bryant, hello. Michi Black, hello. Welcome. Sam Matthew, good evening, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. You're welcome. Is it okay? Is it Ruji? Am I saying that right? I'm gonna need you to like inbox me or something because I'm hearing other people saying it, and I'm like, I know I'm saying it wrong. And then when I typed it, I was like, okay, that is an I. It's not an L, so it's an I. So it's Ruji. I want to make sure I'm right. I don't like to say it wrong, so please let me know if I'm saying that right or not. DTC Queen, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Miss 143, thank you for joining us. And thank you for letting us know that you're celebrating sick and all. Hopefully you'll feel better. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Carmen Alvarado, thank you. Thank you. Pamela Bradley White is ringing the bell. Unlimited Production Studio, good evening. Ray Williams, good evening, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Can I buy the bell and pay for postage? No, ma'am. It's only for subscribers. I am sorry. Let's see. Where was I? Right here somewhere. Oh, there we go. Sharon Davenport from deep northeast Texas. Welcome. Who else got snow? I want to know. Put a snowflake in the chat. Um, Karen Murray. I know, right? I was on yesterday for a little bit working. Oh my gosh, y'all, that was crazy. I still haven't taken the time. You know what? I'm glad I'm saying that. I need to do a ink head cleaning on this thing, but I never did come back in here and fool with that because by the time I got back in last night, I was exhausted and I went to bed. Because I had to deliver some hoodies that I had done, the ones I told y'all I worked on all day packaging. And when I tell y'all that box of hoodies was 46 pounds, at least that's what the box said. That box was heavy. I was struggling real hard. And I was like, ooh, I have got to get this box delivered. And so I took it to her home. And, like she's a lady. She's smaller than I am. And I was like, bro, I'm struggling. So I just like plopped it right there in her doorway. It was like, bruh, you have at it because I'm over it. That box was heavy and I had to carry it from the street to her house. It was tragic. But at any rate, Jennifer Harris, hello. Happy Sunday to you as well. LaRuth Anderson, L&K Creations, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Sonia Sealer, thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member if I haven't said it already. Belle Ann, hello. I cannot pronounce the last name, so I'm not even going to try it. El Nicole, hello. Andrea T got her Cricut Joy, and you don't do the name, no worries. Congratulations on your Cricut Joy. Woo! Yes, congratulations. We love the Cricut Joy. It's such a cute little machine. We actually could use the Cricut Joy tonight, but I'm not going to. Suzanne Go Grango. Hey, honey. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Avery Head. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you for joining us this evening. Renee Totaro. Welcome from New York. Welcome. Brenda Albright. Hello. Gigi Ouija. WG. Sorry. Hello. Hello to you as well. Ray Williams. Burlington Coat Factory, ma'am. I was in there shopping hard and I was like, that hat is cute. I think it'd be cute on me. So I went on and got it. Yeah, it was one of those spontaneous purchases that I should have known better, but I feel like I'm cute anyways. Like I really go anywhere to wear it. Miss JB, hello. Precious Love, hello. We are going to go ahead and jump into this project here shortly. 7:55. Thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Creations by K. Aisha. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Natalie Hatchett is even a YouTube Hoop Group member. Thank you so very much, Natalie Hatchett. We appreciate it. Nakomi Butler, hello. Oh, Miss JB is Janelle from Little Rock, Arkansas. Welcome, welcome. Becky Chisholm, thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member from Tejas. T. Johnson, pretty sure I said welcome as well, but I'm going to say it again. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. That to This Creations, hello. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We appreciate it and welcome. Miss JB from Little Rock, Arkansas got a new scan and cut. Congratulations on the brother scan and cut, man. Woo! Yes. Holler. That scan and cut is a decent cutting machine, man. Dawn DIY Flavor Shack. Yes, we are blinging tonight. Willie Roseman, hello. Marla Moore, hello. Jay Campbell, hi. Welcome. Laura E, hi. She says, that hat, girl, I wear it a pretty hat when it's warm. I know when it's warm, right. I tried to wear it right, y'all. I don't normally wear hats. So I was like, I'm doing something new. Miss Diana Lynn says, hi, Miss Eve. I'm new here. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm enjoying you so much. You're so happy and upbeat. You're what the world needs more of. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be happy because one of the things I've learned through a lot of things I've been through in life is if you can't fix it, what can you do about it? Let go and let God handle whatever it is you got going on. Now, that's, of course, my personal view. And there are some, I'm sure, who may not be quite as religious, which is understandable. Each person has a choice. But I will say this. It doesn't help anything to be negative. That's what I learned. It really doesn't help anything at all whatsoever to be negative. Doesn't help your health. Doesn't help your ambiance, you know, with the people around you and the vibe you're giving off, it just doesn't help. It's better to be positive. So we like to be positive around here. I swear I do. I don't like to be negative. Um, so you know how that goes. Sometimes, you know, we all have ups and downs. So I do fight different things such as depression and anxiety issues, but for the most part, I try to be as happy as I can. Brenda Albright, thank you. I appreciate that, ma'am. No one else seemed to be. No, 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 Allison. Other people probably did notice it, but they probably used to my not getting things right. So it's okay. No worries. Thank you, Comfortable Things. Diane Day, you asked. Yeah, no, I haven't even touched the DTF machine. Like I said, I got back in last night. I want to say about 10. Um, no, no, no. It was earlier than that because I was on the game show last night. So it was a little bit earlier than I was on a game show last night. And then not a like a it was on YouTube on Big Boy's channel. And then I went to bed after that because I knew the bad weather was going to be moving in, and I was like, bro, I'm not here for that. You know, I'm just not. I don't want to stay up and see it. All my kids are gone now, so it's like, what's the point? So I went to bed, got up wee hours, looked out the window, didn't see anything, went right back to bed, and then woke up this morning, looked out. It was beautiful. It was white. It was pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Closed the window back, went right back to bed. So I've been in bed pretty much most of the day today. I've gotten plenty of rest. So I'm feeling fabulous. And yeah, that was my day today. I was not trying to go outside for nothing. The dog didn't even want to go outside, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you. Okay, it is going on 20 minutes after. Let me check and make sure I'm not missing any questions. So that I can. Ooh, Natalie got snow. Barb got snow. Leela got snow. I know Jesse Gibson probably got snow. Hey, Jesse, because he's in West Virginia. West Virginia always has snow. Snowflakes in Winston. Brooklyn always has snow. Sheila Cuffy. Hey, Sheila Cuffy. Hey, honey. Welcome. Yikes. It's been a minute. Yes. Glad to have you in here with us. Um, Pearl Lucas got snow. Mary Brown got snow. Precious Love got snow. That's what's up. Y'all, please be careful and enjoy your snow. So, Crafty got snow. Yes, that's what's up, y'all. Enjoy your snow and just definitely please be careful. So, let's get into doing some rhinestones, okay? So, what? 40 acres and a mule? Oh my gosh, 40 acres. Thank you for joining us. I haven't seen you in a minute. I've been worried about you. Glad to have you here. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Especially when you're behaving. You're not trying to get labor board on me. So at any rate, let's get you guys over to some rhinestones. All right, so let's get you switched over. I just saw something I want to double check. Hang on. Okay. So, what we're going to do is talk about a couple of things before we dive completely into the project. All right. So, I've talked to you guys many times before about where to get rhinestone designs, right? So, there's quite a few places that are my favorite places to go to. But in the chat, I've linked a couple. Okay. Now, one of them is, I believe she's in our Facebook group, and I meant to double check that before I came on. Let me double check and see if she's, pretty sure I saw her in our group. And if so, I asked her to link her rhinestone designs in our group before. So let me see, where is it? Let me move this out the way. Maybe that'll help. There's a place where I can search in our group. Oh, there it is. And let's do this. There she is. Let's see if she's in here. She is. Okay, she already posted it. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, she didn't. Hold on. Let me make sure. Is this in the Who group? Yes, it's in the Who group. Okay, she already posted it. So I'm going to bring this down so that you guys can see that first. Okay. Now, rhinestone designs are different prices. Okay, there are different options, different places you can get them. But one of the places, which is pretty cool. Now she doesn't live in the US, but she does do rhinestone designs, and it's Impressa Mod Anime. I don't know where Apodaca Nuevo Leon is. I'm not good at my geography. Ain't no point in sugarcoating none of that. That nor my math skills are high. They're just not. But I digress. Here you can see she is doing a flash sale on her designs. They are $1. Okay. Normally she'll do a flash sale or a different flash sale and they'll be $3 each or they'll be $2 each, but right now $1. No minimum purchase, no limit for the entire month of January. So if you've been, on the sidelines trying to decide if you want to get into rhinestones or not, this is a good time to get into rhinestones. It really is. Okay. So as we see, she has it listed on our in our Facebook group, in the hoop group, that she has this sale. Now keep in mind, the way you get her designs is pretty simple, but you just have to know how to get them. Okay. So here's the link to where you can look at her list of designs that she has available that are already made. Once you determine what designs you want, you just have to come back to her and send her a message. Okay, so you would click on message and let her know which designs you want. She'll send you a PayPal invoice. You pay the PayPal invoice and she will email you the designs. It usually take her a couple of hours, sometimes maybe a day, depending upon how busy she is with orders, and she will send you the links to your designs. Okay, or she'll send you your designs. But let's take a look at her designs. So here is the gallery. I'm just going over this pretty quick just so that you can see what's available. But here are her designs. And if you look right here in the middle, let's click on it. Right here in the middle of each design, up above it, you'll see this is design number 6,428. Yes, that does mean she has over 6,400 designs on this page that you can scroll through and choose to purchase. So when they're not on sale, this design right here is $7. Okay, this design is $7. Now over here on the right hand side, left hand side, oh my gosh, left hand side is where you will find what this design is for. That's really important that you pay attention to that, especially if you're new to doing rhinestones. This one says stones, okay, and you'll see it's the SS10 stones and SS6 size stones is in this design. She tells you how many and what colors and what the final size of the design is. This one is 10 inches by 5.1 inches, okay, and it says stones for this, so this is for rhinestones. Okay, so let's go back out to the main page. Notice this one says stones, but this one, 6,426 number, this one is for sequins. Okay, sequins are not rhinestones. So if you are looking to use actual rhinestones, this is not the design you want to purchase. But if you are going to do faux stones, okay, and I've shown you what faux stones are, and of course I didn't think to have any right here with me to show you again, but faux stones are when you cut your design out using holographic vinyl, not using rhinestone flock and brushing stones. So if you wanted to use holographic vinyl, you could purchase the sequins design and cut it out. You can. Okay, you'll just have to layer the different colors of your holographic vinyl, but it can be done. So you would just need to cut this red letter Y out with some red holographic vinyl, the E with possibly gold holographic vinyl, the A purple holographic vinyl, so on and so forth, and then just layer it together and heat press them one color layer at a time. Okay, so that's how you purchase from here. And as she mentioned, each one of these designs are $1. And when I tell you it does take a while to scroll through 6,400 designs, it's going to take you a while. Get you a notepad, get you a pencil, be like, hey, I like number 6366. Write down 6366 so that when you go back to send her a message, all you got to do is list out those numbers. She'll reference them and send you the design. I've done it many times. I've gotten many designs from her. So just keep that in mind, okay? That's one location of where you can get your designs from. Here's another tonight that we're going to use. we are going to use my favorite guys over here at Creative Fabrica. So if you go to Creative Fabrica, yes, they have rhinestone designs, you guys. Did you know that? And if you click my link in the description below, their monthly subscription, I believe is like $19 a month, is all it is for Baby's Booties subscribers. And then when you become a monthly subscriber, anything on this website, you can just click download. You don't have to not download, okay? So let us go. Oh my goodness. This is a classes button. Did you know that they had classes? Oh wow. That's pretty cool. Look at all these awesome classes. You can learn how to do sublimation, digital planning, starting a business, machine embroidery. That's pretty cool. Didn't what? Here's some latest editions on you can create a cake topper, a kid's book, sublimate and sew a stocking. What machine embroider a fun kids shirt? My goodness, who would ever do a video on embroidering a kid? Oh, who is that? Wow, you guys, you can take a class by me. Isn't that neat? I just had to show y'all. I'm being silly. I just thought that was really cool. They let me do a class. I thought that was super sweet. So yeah, I'm gonna be recording classes for these guys, so definitely check that out. But I digress. Let's go up to the search bar and type in rhinestones. Alrighty, and so when you type in rhinestones, look, they have rhinestone designs. Okay, so let's do rhinestones. And look, they have templates. Actually, let's type in rhinestone templates. That's what I want to type in. Rhinestone, whoops, can't spell. Templates. Still can't spell. Okay, there we go. All right, so if you scroll through, keep in mind, if you are a subscriber to Creative Fabrica, all you gotta do is click on one. If you think this one with the heart explosion is super cute, then all you have to do is click download. And now you have this as a rhinestone template that you can cut out and bling over and over again. All right, unless you're using faux rhinestones, which is the holographic vinyl, then of course you have to cut it out each time out of the holographic vinyl. But if you're doing a template with rhinestone flock, you cut it out one time and brush it over and over. So you can take your time, scroll through all of these. Some of them are super simple, not much to it, and some of them can be pretty complex, a lot of stones. It's entirely up to you. For beginners, I think Creative Fabrica really has this ace in spades because they have so many that are so simple, and it doesn't take a whole lot of stones. So you don't break the bank trying to learn how to do rhinestones, right? And you can get some pretty cute designs. Just keep in mind, most of these should have their stone sizes listed. So stone size SS10, which is the most common rhinestone for Hotfix, all right, to press to a t-shirt. And then of course you have your sizes. Do you have to have a heat press to do rhinestones? I'm going to answer that question and say it would be a good idea to have that. Absolutely have to have it? No, but I wouldn't use the iron that has the holes at the bottom where the steam can shoot straight out. And the reason why I say that is because those holes might not, that they wouldn't actually put enough pressure on the rhinestones that would line up to actually go up into those holes when you're trying to press, right? So I would suggest maybe a Cricut Easy Press, or you can go on, you know what, I'm gonna link a handheld press on Amazon in the description a little bit later. It's flat, it's very affordable. You can use something like that. But all out heat press, it's not 100% necessary. Okay, but you definitely should have a flat surface heating source, such as, you know, a handheld press, something like that would be best. All right, so as I mentioned, you can just scroll through and find any and all kinds of rhinestone designs, but I'm going to go with I think I remember the name of it. Heart pixel rhinestone. Let me see if that pulls it up. It might not. I gotta find it. Sorry, y'all. I had it. Let me see if it's in my other list of stuff. Let's see if it's up there. Yes, it's right here. Okay, so this is the design that we're going to do tonight. Okay, so it's Pixel Heart Row Rhinestone Template. Now, I chose this particular design myself because number one, it's pretty simple, even though it uses 4 different colors. So we're going to do some layering tonight. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. It's just hearts. We're coming up on February, you guys. So definitely, look into, February when you're dealing with certain holidays have a tendency to be more of a bling type holiday. You know what I'm saying? So this definitely will work really well for February if you want to make some shirts and have them in your shop or sell them, Etsy online or wherever. This is in line with that. But I'm a gamer. I love to game on computers, and I'm currently doing Minecraft. So that being the case, this fits right into my personality. So this is the one that we're going to do. If you want to do this with me, then you would just click download. And once you click download, then usually on a Windows computer, it should pop up the zipped file. When you get a zip file, you just need to extract it. So just click on extract all. If you don't see extract, then you can come right up here, file, home, share, view, and compressed folder tools. When you click that tab, extract will be right here, and you want to click that. And then I tell it to show the extracted files when complete, and so that's what we're going to do. And here in a moment, I'll go to the chat and address any questions that may have popped up since I got off of that page. All right, so let's double click the now extracted um, file, and you'll see an SVG file, even though it shows up as Microsoft Edge, but it is an SVG file. Then there's also a DXF file and a PNG file to let you know, this is what it should look like, okay? And so this is what we're going to get. And she did the breakdown on here. So the black stones, we're actually going to use our black stones, and there are 80 of those. Our bright red stones, there are 77 of those. We do have some crystal stones in our design. Those are going to be 24 of those stones. And then we have some dark red or dark cyan stones, and there are 15 of those. All right, and all of that is down there. Now, she doesn't have the final size up here, but we'll go back and check that out, and I'll show you how we can do that as well. So let's close out that and close that out and close that out, and we will switch over. Now, we do have our cutting table already set up for, I hope I didn't leave that on the screen and y'all saw none of that. Hold on, let me check the chat. Did y'all miss any of that? Can you post the link? Did y'all see the screen at all? Was I on Creative Fabrica? Was I on? Yeah, I was, because I saw my little face in the screen. Okay. Everyone needs a link to the first site I was on. That is in the description. That is in the description. So, Impressa, she doesn't have a website. She just has a Google link page. And I'm pretty sure I put that in the description. If I didn't, it's definitely on Facebook in the Hoop group. Okay. So let me check my description and see if I put it there. Where is... No, that's up here. Let me check and see if I put it up here. I have so many tabs. Oh, there we go. I have so many tabs going on. It's insane. No, I did not link it in the description because it's on Facebook. So some of you may not be on Facebook. Let's just, because MODANIME. There's really no need. Can you close that door for me? I forgot to do it. I'm sorry. There's no need really for me to link her Google folder because you still need to contact her on Facebook. Okay, so that's why I don't just link the Google folder, because you're still going to have to get in contact with her on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is link the Hoop group and tell you to come to the Hoop group and find her. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way and see. I'm just going to link her. No, is that going to work? No, I don't know that this is going to work. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay. So we are going to do this. I'm just going to link her page on Facebook. How about that? She doesn't have like a page, but like her profile. And if I'm not mistaken, you can go to her profile and it should link it. I'm pretty sure that's what I just saw. Let me try again. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go there and see, did she post it on her page? She did. Okay. So when you click on her personal link, it's a Facebook link. You'll see one of her first posts on her personal page is to the sale. So even if you're not in the hoop group, you can click her link and then go through and scroll all of her designs. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful. But yeah, there's no website to put up there. This is just all on her personal Google page, and that's how you get to her designs. Okay. So let me go back to the chat. Um, yeah, the Google document. It really, I mean, I appreciate posting it in the chat, but it really is pointless to do it because you're still gonna have to get up with her on Facebook. That's the only way to get to her. That's the only way to get to her. Okay. So, um, now let us go back. I'm trying to make sure I did not miss anything. A baby or something like that. And okay, cool. As far as I can see, I don't see anything. Okay, so if I missed your question, um, yes, you do see the cameo. It is sitting up there. I was gonna use the cameo. Wow, y'all, I'm reading and trying to talk at the same time. Thank you, Make It with Marilyn. I never said her name. Whose name? You talking about Miss Impressa? I can't really mod anime. I'm not 100% sure of how to pronounce the last name, but the first is Impressa. But yes, I did link her in the, actually, we can link it in the chat too. This is her personal Facebook page. The whole setup is a project for your Cameo 4. Yes, it is. I was going to use the Cameo, but I felt like the Cricut, more people. Hey, do Dream On. Hey, Sugar. How are you? Welcome. I feel like more people are unaware that they can use a Cricut to do rhinestones. So that's why I focus so much on the Cricut. I mean, everybody and their grandma kind of understands you got a silhouette, you can do rhinestones. I mean, for crying out loud, it has rhinestones in the software interface for it. But with the Cricut, it doesn't. So that's why I focus on using the Cricut as much as I do. All right, so with this, let me check and see. Okay, she put in the, let's switch it over. Let's switch over our camera because you're looking at the cutting table. So as I was getting ready to say, actually, the supplies are over there on the cutting table, not the Cricut. I got the Cricut cam. We're going to slide that over so that you can see the Cricut. Right now, we're looking at the heat press and the Cricut cam. But we've got our rhinestone flock, the pink roll in the upper right hand corner. We have our transfer tape right beside it. My rolly wheel to cut the flock with. I have a case in the middle of the table of our sample stones. Hold on, you know what? Let's just go and do a Vanna White over here. Give me a sec. Because right now I'm being lazy. I'm just sitting here, but I'm gonna come back to our desk. Okay, so Vanna White time. I think that's Wheel of Fortune. I can't remember. But anyway, so here is a sample case of stones that I have from Be Createful. So if you don't have a lot of Hotfix rhinestones, you can go and grab a sample case of stones with all of the primary colors that are available on Be Createful. Okay, so I pulled this out because I have some light cyan. I don't really have the dark cyan. So that's why I pulled this out because I don't use that color very much, but it is in this case. So that's why I pulled it out. But we have our red for the heart. We have our black outline. We have our silver highlights. And then we have our case. I have a black shirt that I'm going to put that on tonight. And I have my cleanup scoop right here up under the cameo. And yes, I do have the cameo but I didn't feel like fighting it, so that's why I don't have the cameo set up in order to do. Oh, it's on top. That's why I don't have the cameo set up to cut out the flop. Look at me, y'all. Ugh, I don't open and shut this thing so much the lid is flipping off. Okay, the lid is like, I'm over it. Okay, so that's the stuff for our rhinestone project. Okay, and so now let's get our Cricut. Should I use the eh, I don't I don't think we should use the little bitty one. We're going to use the bigger one. So at any rate, something else. Here we go. So we're going to do the heart design, and like I mentioned, it's on Creative Fabrica, and you can get designs there as well. And if you look at the design on Creative Fabrica, on the main page of the design, she has it right here that the template creates a finished rhinestone design that measures about 6.8 by 1.3 inches tall. Okay, so this is skinny enough that you could cut it out with the Cricut Joy and the long mat with the Cricut Joy. Okay, because it's only 1.3 inches tall. So we need that measurement to make sure that when we bring this into Cricut Design Space, that it is going to be the right size. So let's go ahead and open up Cricut Design Space and get started with this design. Meanwhile, I'm also going to get my chat where I can see it, just in case there are any other questions. Those ready? Rhinestones are ready to, yes, they are. Thank you, Aliana. Thank you very much. All right, so here we are on Cricut Design Space. You guys, they have some really cute designs, so keep that in mind. And as you see, I do a lot of rhinestone stuff. So let's click on New Project. And once we click on New Project, all I'm going to do is upload the design that we just downloaded from off of Creative Fabrica. If I remember correctly, it's on the desktop, so let's browse. And yes, it is Pixel Heart Row Rhinestone Template. So let's open that. And the very first one is the SVG. That's the one that I want to use. So I'm going to click that and click on Open. All right. So once it opens up, you should be able to see a preview of the SVG. It looks great. So we're going to click Upload. And then I'm going to select it and add it to the canvas. Okay. So now that we have it to the canvas, do you remember what size she said the final design was going to be? Let's go back and take a look at it. She said the final design measures about 6.8 inches by 1.3. Okay. So if it comes out to 6.8 inches by 1.3, then it should do what she says. It's meant for use with SS10 rhinestones. So you want to be sure that your measurements are accurate so that your stones will fit in the holes, okay? And just like I told my class that I taught, the rhinestone class, a month or two ago, you know, it's really important to have your rhinestone holes the right size, because your stones are one set size and the hole is a different size, okay? So if the hole is too small, and you won't be able to brush the stones into the correct size holes. And then you'll be looking like me trying to fit into a size 10 dress, and that's just not going to work. I'll look like a busted can of biscuits. So you definitely want to be sure that the holes are the proper size for your rhinestones that you're trying to use. So here we have the design. If you click on it, it's 6.8, just like she said, by 1.3. So this should cut out accurately to fit our stones, okay? So the way she has it over here is 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, because you're dealing with 4 different color stones. So we're going to ungroup that because we need to cut this all out separately. Okay, we need to cut the black out, then we need to cut the red, then the other red, and then the clear, and we're going to layer it all. Do you absolutely have to cut it out like that? No, I could join all of this and cut it all out at one time and then use a picture as a reference and try and put where these stones should go, like sit there and put in my stones one at a time of the black and then one at a time of the clear, you know. But hearing me talk through that, just envision yourself doing one stone at a time. It's going to take a while. It can be done, but it's going to take a while. That will also allow you to make changes. Like, you may not want to do the darker shade of red on the design. I don't know. You know, it's up to you. There's no hard, fast rule that you absolutely have to follow. But if you want it to turn out like the designer intended, then you kind of need to follow what she's saying to do. All right, so this design also does not have a bounding box. I like to use a bounding box with my designs, so I'm going to create a bounding box. And so all I'm going to do is click on shapes, and I'm going to grab this square, and I'm going to put the square behind, send to back, behind my design, so that I can make sure that I'm not wasting flock. So I'm going to let this cut out just what I need from my flock, okay? And then I'm going to grab all of that and I'm going to slice it. Now this is just me. This is how I handle everything. And this is how I do my rhinestones. Kathy Wood, thank you so very much for the super chat. We really appreciate it, ma'am. Woo! Yes, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate the support for our channel. Now, before I do this, I also, actually, I'm just going to go ahead and delete this because I don't need it anymore, and I'm going to delete these. And I'm going to take this and this measurement right here, I'm just going to make another square. So 7.194. So let's grab another square. I probably should have duplicated it before I did all of this. Let's click that, and I'm going to type 7.194. Is that what I said? Come on, number block. 7.194 by 1.583. So all I'm doing is just checking the measurements of what this box is. 1.583, because I want them to be the same. 1.583, and make sure you click the padlock to unlock your padlock. All right, so this one is the size that we want it to be, so I'm going to duplicate it 1, 2, 3 more times. 2 more times, rather. Okay, so now I'm going to take my next layer, doesn't matter which one I grab, and I know it's smaller. Yikes, I'm doing this all kinds of wrong, y'all. Let's bring this to the front, and I need this to layer where it's supposed to be. All right, and then I need this box to be exactly the same. Okay, now let me take this away. Nope, that is not what I wanted to take away. Come back. Where's this first one? This is a square, this is that square, this is that square. Slice result, and I'm just going to use the down arrow so that I can get it out from back there. And now I'm going to slice this. All right, so what I personally am doing is making a lot of extra work for myself. I do it all the time, but what it will do is it will allow you to make layers if you need to. Now, I normally don't work with layers like this, but I'm just showing you because this is how a lot of the professional rhinestone design makers do it, because they want you to be able to layer and make sure that your stones get right in the place that they're supposed to be. Miss Karen Caldwell, thank you so very much for the super chat. We really appreciate it. Woo! Yes. Thank you. We appreciate the support of the channel. Thank you very much. All right, you guys, so now here is the next layer. Is these, I probably should have left them where they were. Let's do that. Where's my, okay, back button. Sorry, had a brain fart. And then we're going to bring this to the front. Bring it up here. And I am not going to try to arrange this time. I'm just going to cut these because I'm going to layer them anyway. So trying not to be team too much right now. Alrighty, and our final one, I'm just going to layer this. I'm going to slice this. Now, normally what I tend to do is I will, as you saw just now, I left this rectangle the regular size. I usually bring the rectangle super close in so that I don't waste flock, but I'm just doing this because I know this is how a lot of folks do it, and I'm just for the sake of time. All right, and not to confuse anybody. But in my rhinestone class, I go into detail a little bit more, okay? And we should have another one coming up here in another couple of weeks. So here are our 4 layers that we need to cut out. They're all going to cut out the same color because I'm only using one thing of flock. And I actually am going to cut them all out at one time, okay? So let's go to make it. You do not have to mirror at all when you're doing the rhinestones. So do not mirror. Just leave it the way it is. And as it stands, we can cut this out 7 inches by 7.5 inches. I'm just going to go over to 8 inches to make my life easier and make sure I don't miss anything or it doesn't cut properly. So 7 by 8 is the size flock piece that I need, okay? So let's switch over to our cutting table cam, and we're going to go over here and cut flock. And on my way over, I'm going to go ahead and slide this back and slide the Cricut out so that you guys can see the Cricut when it is time. And I have these trays right in the way of the Cricut. So, all right. And let's tilt this down so that hopefully you can see that when we switch over to the Cricut cam. Okay, so we said 7 inches by 8 inches for our rhinestone flock. And you guys, look at how much flock I have left. This is insane. So if you do not have flock, Heat Transfer Warehouse does sell flock, and so I have a link in the description below. You also can get flock from Be Createful, which is where the rhinestones came from. So yes, you have several options to get your flock. So we need 7 inches of this. Let me get my safe ruler. For those of you who know, I've cut my finger with my rotary cutter and it is healing up very nicely. I'm able to not be in excruciating pain much anymore when fooling with my finger, but I do definitely keep it up out of the way when I'm using my rotary cutter. So I purchased this. It is on Amazon, and they have it listed as a ruler grip on Amazon, and it's by the company OmniGrid who made my ruler. So they have that there. But from what I understand, you also can go get a shower handle from Lowe's or Home Depot. Same principle. It just has to have a suction cup on both ends and it will suction to the ruler. Okay, so keep that in mind. We want to keep your fingers safe so that you don't end up an almost amputated finger type person. All right, so I did 7 inches. So let's move that way off to the side, and now I'm going to do 8 inches for our square. Actually, I could do 7.25 and not waste that 1/4 inch of flock. Alrighty, and so here is my square. Now when I put this on the Cricut machine, what I'm going to do is cut mine out on light cardstock setting. Light cardstock. The reason why I'm doing light cardstock, used to be I would do bonded fabric, which is at the 6 o'clock position on the dial on the Cricut, but I choose light cardstock because I don't want it to cut all the way through this back paper. I want it to cut just above that white paper so that it will peel cleanly off. Okay, if you want to cut all the way through, you can, but if you do that, I would suggest that you peel the white paper off before sticking it to the mat. Okay, but I don't like to scrape all those dots off the mat, so I just like to leave the paper on the back side of it. All right, so let me check and make sure the Cricut is in the view of our do flotchy, and it is. It definitely is. So let's go to the Cricut cam, which is right here. And as I said, the light cardstock is right here at the 3 o'clock position on my dial. So this is 3 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 12 o'clock. Bonded fabric is at 6 o'clock. And that's what I use for, that's the setting that I use for my rhinestones. Okay. So let's go ahead and put our Cricut mat loaded in. All right, and now that that's loaded in, we are going to go back to our Cricut interface, and I'm going to tell it to continue. And once I click on continue, again, you do not mirror at all. And then you'll see that the setting is on light cardstock up here. And then we can press go and cut it out. And then we'll go to the chat. As soon as this thing loads, is it even plugged up? It should be. It may not be. Hold on. No, it's plugged up. So why are you taking 12 years? I don't know why it's taking 12 years. So let's switch off of it taking 12 years and go to chat. There we go. Pull up my chat anyways. All right. So we're clicking go on our Cricut. Hey, Shandy. Welcome. Hey, Crafty Puerto Rican. Welcome. Hey, Angel B. How are you, darling? Welcome. Thank you for joining us, y'all. I appreciate it. Magical Potato 715. I love it. Hello. How are you? Welcome. So, how many of you in here are interested in getting into doing rhinestones, but just haven't yet? Raise your hand in the chat. Let me know. Let me know, please. You're interested in getting into rhinestones, but you just haven't yet. The reason why I'm asking that is because I want to know what is stopping you from actually getting on into doing Can I talk, please? Mouth, can we get it together? Please, can we get it together tonight? Rhinestones. What is stopping you from getting into doing rhinestones? I would love to know. I would love to know what is stopping you so that we can dispel some myths, possibly. Help you out. Because rhinestones are fun. Wow, it's a lot of y'all. So what's stopping you from getting into the rhinestones? Is it not having a heat press? Is it not having the rhinestones? Is it fear of messing up? Is it what is stopping you from getting into the rhinestones? You haven't bought any flock. Okay. Flock is almost the most pricey part. It looks difficult. No, it's not as difficult as you would think. Cutting the flock correctly, Sam. Cutting it how? Oh, you mean with the Cricut or with the silhouette? Which one? Leslie Ram says having the room. If you already have a heat press, you have room to do rhinestones. Learning curve, making the templates, conquer embroidery. I know, right? So making the templates, are you talking about making them from scratch? Making them your own designs, or are you talking about the ones that are already made? You're still struggling with that. Not getting the flock. Okay. No supplies as of yet. Okay. Didn't think I could use my Cricut Easy Press. Yes, you can. Rhinestones are no more than about 350 degrees. Need supplies. The template making it right. I don't know. I purchased rhinestones last year, maybe 2 summers ago. Haven't made one design yet. Don't have rhinestones or flock. Just got the heat press for Christmas. Not having the stones. Fear and software. Okay. Fear the whole thing, Ray. Oh, no. Alright, y'all. So, haven't gotten the Cricut machine yet and haven't seen all the videos. Okay. Okay. So, what we're going to do then if I were able to put together, well, I mean, that's what I did with the class. The holes don't cut all the way through, Eve. I have to pick those dots out. So frustrating. Then you may need to bump up your pressure one more click um, on the Cricut cutting machine or whatever cutting machine you're using. Yes, Shandy, you can order a template already made. That is correct. I need to know the right supplies. I need to take the class. Yeah, what we'll do is have another class. Now, you guys, with my class, there's 2 tickets that are available. One is a $30 ticket, and one is a little bit more, but it comes with your supplies. So, what we may do then is put together another class and see if we can't beef up those supplies, because it's not difficult to get into doing the rhinestones. It really isn't. If you have the machine, the cutter, and you have the heat, that's all you need. All right, and just that quick, that one little design is done. Okay, so let's switch over to our cutting table, and we're going to take our design, and I'll show you that we can get this thing peeled off. So as I mentioned, there's 2 ways to cut out your rhinestone templates. I don't think I have an example anymore. I think I actually scraped them all off finally. Let me double check and make sure I don't have one. Sure enough. What's on this one? Nope, I scraped it all off. Okay. So if you peel the backing off, it will cut all the way through. If it doesn't cut all the way through the first time, then you increase your pressure. So that's what a test cut is for, like what Sam was discussing. And if you take the class, I show you how to do a test cut so that you don't waste flock, because wasting flock is a pain in the butt. And I show you how to do the test cut in there. But notice on this one, it kind of cut all the way through almost, but that's because I actually did go through and clean my blade the other day. So sometimes it will cut all the way through. If it does, then you just need to back up one click on your Cricut machine. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to start peeling off from the outside. Here are my 4 templates. Okay, and then here is our first template, and notice the dots stay behind. That's what I want, because otherwise, if I were to peel the white off ahead of time and then put just the plain sticky flock down on the mat, when I peel it up, then these dots will stay stuck to the mat. So then I have to go through the extra step of scraping those dots off of the mat. And that's not that big of a deal, but it is a royal pain. My next step that I usually do, let me see if, nope, I don't have it right here. So I'm going to grab this. The next thing that I do is I have cutting mats that I get from Dollar Tree or from off of Amazon, and they are in our Amazon storefront. These are chopping mats that you would use to chop up vegetables and whatnot in the kitchen, and then clean them off. They're easy peasy plastic cutting mats, 2 to a pack, usually at Dollar Tree. And they were in my favorite things at Dollar Tree video. And I take these templates and I stick them to the mat. I leave them on my mat. I don't ever take my templates off of my mat. So anytime I have a project, like for instance, here are some of my prior templates right here at my fingertips. They're all on the plastic mats. I don't take them off. I just leave them there, and then I bling them and put them right back. So that keeps me from running the risk of ripping my templates from taking them on and off of different surfaces. Okay, so there's my hearts. It could be my microphone that went out. Did my mic go out? Nope, my mic is right there. So hang on, y'all. I'm getting messages, and I don't know why. Make sure everything's can't hear. Huh. I might have gotten too far away from the thing. No sound. No sound. Is the sound back now? Hold on. Let me see. Is the sound back now? Where's my chat? Okay. Is the sound back? Okay. I went too far away from my thing. I guess the range on it sucks. Thank you, baby. Thank y'all. I have such a supportive circle. That is totally awesome. Yeah, I guess I was too far away from the microphone. So let me come over here and see if my meter is picking up. Okay, so right now it's still picking up from what I can tell. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is a paint pad from Walmart, actually, is all this is. Here are the 4 different templates, and I don't know if you heard earlier because I'm not sure when the sound went out, but here are the different colors, and all I did was write the colors on the back so that I have easy reference 2 months from now. If I decide I want to make this shirt for someone else, I'll know what colors I used with what template. So that's another positive thing of being able to write the colors on the cutting mat instead of writing it on the flock, because if you write it on the flock, sometimes the transfer tape will lift the ink from your rhinestone flock, and you don't want that pressed on your shirt, especially if you're using a white shirt. In my instance, I'm using a black shirt, but this is what we'll do with that. Okay, and again, here's your paint pad. So we're going to start with this top one. This is black. Okay, and now let's see if the SS10. Okay, that's when okay, yeah, so cool. Went right back over there. So what I wrote on the back of the flock is the colors. So this is black, so I wrote black there. This is the bright red or light cyan, so I wrote that there. This is crystal, so I wrote that on there. And this is the dark red or dark cyan, so I wrote that there. Then you also can go a step further, and you remember on her template she wrote how many stones each one was, so that you don't have to go back and look that up. You also can write on this template the total amount of stones. So if I know this is 100 stones, I can write 100, and then I know, if I'm charging, 75 cents a stone, 75 cents times 100, it's math. I don't know what that is, but that's how much you can charge for the shirt. So you see what I'm saying? There's a really lot of good uses and a good reason for putting your templates onto the plastic cutting mat for many different reasons, not just for storing your templates, because I do store my templates just like this. Okay, and that's another tip. Actually, the tip about writing on the back, I don't think I gave that tip in the class, so I'll have to make sure to add that in. All right, so you just go pour your stones on top, and of course I poured way too many, and so we're going to check, and hopefully our stones should, if the holes are big enough, the stones should fit perfectly down in once we get to brushing. Okay, so let's go ahead, and there we go. We see our stones are staying in the holes, and that's what we want to see. Okay, so that's when you know that your cut is perfectly sized, because it didn't take, well, you saw the effort that took to brush that in. It just went bloop right into the holes. Didn't have to fight, didn't have to struggle, and I only have to hand add 2 of the stones. Okay, 2 of the stones didn't stay behind. So that's a really good translation into the size of the stones. All right, so let's grab my pickup tray, which is what this is. It's all it is a food scraper from Dollar Tree. And I'm actually going to slide this under the mat. I don't know how well you can see that because I got the camera slid up just above the edge of the mat. But all I'm doing is brushing it right off the side into the scoop. I flip it up to where all of the stones are in this channel, and then drop them into my jar and I'm done. My black stones are picked up. I don't have to worry about stones getting everywhere. Boom, we're good. Okay, so here is my rhinestone flock. I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece to pick that up, and since that's skinny, it won't take much. So here's a strip of transfer tape. All right, and so let's go ahead and pick this up. I personally am not very good at layering on the same piece of tape. I'm not good at that at all. All right, so let me show you another issue that I talk about in the class. So I'm going to lay this down onto the design, and oh no, I have cut it too short. That means the whole project is ruined. No, it's not. Don't even trip. That's not how we play around here. Easy to fix this. Easy to fix it. If it's too short, cut another piece. It's not that big of a deal, y'all. It really isn't. Don't make it more than what it needs to be. So just go ahead, cut another little sliver, cover it up, just layer it on top of the other tape so that it'll stick together and pick up as one piece. Okay? See? And there is our first. Oh, Lord. And be careful. Pick it up slowly because stones will pop off, as you see. So what happens if it pops up? Oh, no, it's ruined. No, it's not ruined. Just set it back down as if you were picking it up. All right. And here's a rogue stone. Let's move this out of the way. Lay it back down. And we see 1, 2, 3, 4 stones popped off because I was too rough pulling it off of the thing. And you definitely want to make sure that your stones are lined back up pretty good, okay? So just be careful pulling it off of the plastic. That's why usually when I put my flock onto the plastic, I cut it out to the, almost the shape. Like for instance, let's go back to one of these others. So notice the crown, see the flock? There's barely any plastic around the outside of that flock template. Barely any plastic, because the plastic does tend to hold on to the tape and it can cause it to pop like you saw it do and throw stones to Kingdom Come. So I usually cut this shorter so that I don't have to worry about the plastic sticking to the cutting mat. Okay, so because I'm having to be extra careful with pulling it off of this plastic mat. All right, so let me go back. I see that one circle is missing, so let's put that there. It's not ruined. There, you just got to take your time and put everything back. It's not tragic, not that big of a deal. Which is also the reason why for beginners, I suggest that you start with simple rhinestone designs. Don't start with these super complicated designs that are like 5, 6, 7 colors, 500, 800, 1,000 stones a piece, because you will have to get into the habit and get into the hang of laying down your tape and getting it without knocking stones all over the place. Okay, so start small, don't start large. It's like learning how to do embroidery and you want to get a design that's going to take 4 hours to stitch out. Don't do that to yourself. Okay, all right, so there we go. Now we have our full set of hearts. And I'm just going to set that right there because it doesn't stick to the cutting mat like it sticks to this plastic. All right, and what color was this again? Who remembers? This color here. I remember, but do you? This color, oh, all we have to do is look at the back. So if we look at the back, this is light cyan, so the light red color, okay? Now, as I mentioned, I have, I'm pretty sure that's light red. Let's pull out our reds, which are super pretty. I was actually thinking about doing pink instead of red, but let me stick to the design. All right, so, yeah, these are light red. These are not dark. So, let's do the light red. All right. And we're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the black. We're just going to pour it on. And if the size is right, then they should brush right in. Okay. So let's grab our brush. Look at there. Hardly any effort. All I'm doing is dragging the stones across the front. Across the top, rather. Okay. I'm getting extra stones that were mixed in. And there we are. And since none of them came off the edge of the mat, I'm just going to put the scoop right under the edge of this mat instead of taking it to the edge of the table and brush them off into the scoop. And from the scoop, I'm going to grab one stone and put it right here where there's a stone missing. All right. And I like to take just my finger, put in light pressure and brush over the top. If you're quick and you keep sliding, then they won't stick to your fingers. Okay. Tap it into the tray, put it over there, and boom, we're done with this one. All right. So let's cut another piece of tape. All right. Don't do that. And be careful around your thing, because had this fallen over and hit the table, it would have bounced a lot of those stones out of place. I promise you, you do not want to do that. All right, so I'm going to try and measure this a little bit better this time. All right, and now let's cut or pick up our red. Thank you. A cotton round or a small piece of felt will help to rub the stones back into the holes if they move while you're trying to apply your tape. It helps to slide them easily into position. Excellent tip, ma'am. I normally just use my finger, but yes, we appreciate the tip. All right, and so now we have our stones in place. Let's pick these up, and again, be careful of the popping on this mat if you leave the whole mat, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I like to cut these up into individual flock sections. It's just easier and it avoids this popping. Okay, and let's grab our backing piece, and I'm just going to set this back onto the backing, and there's our red. All right, and our next color, who remembers what this one was? It was crystal. Crystal. So I'm just going to pour a little bit, because that's not a lot of stones in this part of the design, just like it's not a lot in this one. All right, I'm just going to brush those over, and boom, just y'all, it's just when you get a good design, look, it's just, it goes in like butter. It's just not a whole lot of effort is needed when your design is cut to the right size. So if you are ever struggling with your rhinestone design, then 9 times out of 10 it's the wrong size holes for the wrong size stones. All right, there's our crystal. Let's cut us another strip of transfer tape. Quit keeping that finger. It's hard, Sheila. I swear it's so hard. I've been trying to talk myself out of doing it, and it's just really, really difficult. It's habit, man, because when I tell you that thing was hurting for a while, that was crazy. But you're right. All right, so let's cut this. And now we're going to pick up our crystal. All right, and now let's pick this up carefully, carefully, L-Y. All right, and now let's put this back down on the backing to our tape. Doesn't have to be perfect, we just need it there. And our last color is the dark red. Okay. And we have it written on the back so that we know. And that one is this one down here. Nope, wrong one. Oh, Lord. Yeah, we're going to use this one down here. And I'm just going to pour a little bitty bit. Ooh, that's blood red. My goodness. It's pretty. All right. And now I'm just going to brush them over. And boom. Get out of there. And we're going to put this under the mat. Slide it over. Drop it in place. And now we're going to put it back in the container. Keeping our crafting area nice and neat. Okay, let's screw this back in place. And put it back in our case. Being careful not to bump the table so that we don't jump any of those out. Even though that's just such a few, it wouldn't be that big of a deal to hand place those, but we don't want that drama. So, and now we don't need to cut another strip because these should fit. See, that's perfect size. So the scrap from one of these other layers works just great to fit that. Barely. All right, and there's our last piece. This is a very small design, a lot smaller than I thought it was. So it won't take long at all to put them on the shirt and press it on the heat press that I haven't even turned on yet. Yay me. So let's turn the heat press on. That's in front of the window showing the pretty snow outside. And so now we're done with our template. So I pretty much can just take this whole thing and store it just like it is. Like I said, you can definitely write on here where you got the design from. You can write how big it is, the final size, how many stones is in it. You even can put a cheat sheet and write how much you normally would charge for this, even though prices change, you know. Or you can, if you don't want to, you can put a piece of tape on here and write this information on the tape as well, so that you're not making this a permanent, you know, like you may decide, you know what, I don't ever want to make this again, and you peel them off and you throw them away. Then you can use this for something else, but you wrote it on the tape, so you can take the tape off and then rewrite on another piece of tape what the new design is that you put on there. So it's entirely up to you how you want to do it, but we got a lot of tips and tricks that we can give you on how to handle and store your rhinestone templates and whatnot. Okay, so let's move this off to the side. Let me make sure I don't have any questions while I get the shirt together. Just ordered all the supplies. I want to try now. Girl, come on. I had a large delivery. Oh, another thing, you guys, we are looking at ordering some stones in bulk. Okay, I've been in contact with a supplier. If you're interested in a buy-in, we're going to open up a buy-in in the Facebook group, but I'll let you know. I'll probably work on that between this evening and tomorrow, so that you guys can know, have a heads up, you know, when it's time to go ahead and get that going. All right, so this shirt I have worn before. I have to figure out my settings for my flop. I'll tell you how to do that. It's really easy. Welcome, Eclectic Heiress. Love the name. My hands sweat and I don't always slide across the tape easily. So the pad makes it slide with no gripping. It doesn't happen often. You can use the pad. That's not an issue. Cute crown template. Yes, thank you. That is a customer's design. She loves that design. It's a crown and a letter S goes up under it. It's her group's design. I'm going to lint roll this shirt because this is a shirt that I've been wearing. Matter of fact, I had it on earlier tonight. But I bought these shirts from Circle Clothing just to decorate them for our show. So big shout out to Circle Clothing, which is really affordable. They're super soft, man. Oh, this is such a soft shirt. It's a really good shirt. I'm sorry, I'm lying. This is Gildan. Woo! I just lied. I apologize. I thought this was one of my Circle Clothing shirts. It's soft too, but I looked at the neckline and I'm like, that neckline is different. This ain't Circle. But it's still a really nice shirt. The Circle Clothing shirts are really nice shirts. So I apologize on that. I was wrong. Okay. So let's pick up the largest part of the design. The largest part of your whole design. The reason why I'm grabbing the largest is because it will help me with layering the other colors, the remaining colors. Okay, so this is the largest part, meaning whatever part of the design it is that will give me a good way to center this design and then layer the rest of it. All right, so that's what that is. Let's find the center chest of this shirt. I've told you guys that the center chest usually falls right there where your armpit seam stops. Okay, usually that's where your breast is on a t-shirt, a regular t-shirt, not the raglans. Those are a little bit different. Not your sweatshirts, because the sleeve opening for sweatshirts are larger. So if you go down to where your sleeve opening is on a sweatshirt, it'll be below your boob. So you kind of want to, on your t-shirt, go at your armpit. Okay, and just to be on the safe side, whenever you do a design and you're just not 100% sure, go ahead, lay it there, and then hold it up and look at it, and say, you know what, does that look right? It doesn't look right. And then you go from there. That's, you kind of have to, if you're going to be in this business, you kind of have to develop an eye for things. Okay, now you may not be as anal as I am as far as things being straight. Like, I know this is not straight and it's going to drive me insane, but you can at least develop a kind of a good idea for how things look and how things should be. And so when you get into this rut of, oh, it has to be 7 to 9 inches or 10 inches, or it has to be blah, 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 that's when you'll kind of, end up giving yourself a headache. I hate to put it that way, but it's the truth. That's still not straight. Still not straight. And then I haven't even centered it yet. I'm just sitting here going off of what I think. Okay, so to center, what I generally do is I'll go from one armpit seam to the next. And when I do that, then I can find the center. So with my ruler with the grip on it, it makes it a little bit harder because I can't really see all of my numbers. But because this is my shirt and it's an extra large, I already know 24 inches roughly across is going to be about where I can measure from. So I know 12 inches is where my center is, and this is 12 inches right here. So my center of my design, the middle of those hearts, really should be over some. So let's scooch this over. And now I'm gonna have to straighten it up again because I have moved it. Good enough, because it's black and it's hard for me to see. All right, so here is our first layer, our black outline to those hearts. And people will probably be like, well, it's a black shirt. Do you want to put black stones on a black shirt? Black stones on a black shirt works. It looks great. Okay, the bling on those stones still pick up, especially if you have high quality stones. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't stress out too bad about using black stones on a black shirt. All right, let me check the temperature of this heat press because I forgot to cut it on. It's at 320. So once it hits 350, we'll go ahead and press this. Let me get the heat press cam, move the Cricut out of the way. And get the heat camera going for the heat press. Move this over. And let me take a look, see what that looks like. And yes, let's do this. There we go. All right. So the heat press cam is set up, and we'll get that switched over. What's the temperature? Because it doesn't take it long. 340. I'm okay with 340 for right now, and the reason for that is because it usually does not take much. You usually don't need quite as much heat because I'm layering. You don't want to do a full 12 seconds with the first layer of stones anyway. So let's do this. All right, so let us press our first layer for about 8-9 seconds, not the full 12 that I normally would do. So let's lay it on the heat press. And right now I have it set for 350 degrees. So I'm only going to do about 8 seconds. Okay. So here's our first layer. You want to peel it hot. So just go ahead and peel this off. And as you see, even at 8 seconds, those stones do stick. All right. So I'm going to set that tape to the side. And let's lay this back on the cutting table, which it's going to make my cutting mat bow a little bit, and that's annoying. All right, so here is our first layer. Let me look at that. Now that I'm holding it, yeah, it did pretty good. It's pretty straight. Okay, I was hoping it would be. All right, so our next largest area is maybe not the best area to use. Let me think. Yeah, we'll go with it. I'm going to go with the clear, and I'm going to tell you why. Hold on. Let me look at it and make sure I'm thinking correctly. All right, so am I thinking correctly? No. Let's go with our red. But sometimes layering can be pretty difficult when you're doing a bunch of different colors. Okay, so this one, I know that this is the middle of the hearts. So, woo, this thing is reflecting the light. I can't see. All right. There we go. I still can't see. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I know my hat is probably in the way, but I can't see. There we go. Boom. Okay. Make sure I can see. Because that's where the crystal, that's where the crystal, that's where the crystal, that's where the crystal, that's all going to be where the dark is. And we're only doing the dark red on these three. This one won't have dark red. So if it looks like your design isn't exactly lining up, you can, like this part over here is stuck to the shirt. I'm going to pull this part of the shirt just a little bit, so that this lines up more like I think it should. Okay, so that should be down closer to the bottom. So sometimes when you press the shirt with your rhinestones, it'll do this with vinyl as well. Actually, when you press your shirt and you peel it off, it can stretch the shirt, and you're dealing with heat. So sometimes when you distort a shirt with the heat, it'll retain that distortion. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes you may have to, pull the shirt in some areas when you're lining the next layer up to get it to line up perfectly. It can be a pain. Layering can be a pain. But if you work fairly quickly and you go ahead and press, it can get done. All right, so let's press this one. And as I mentioned before, this design is available on Creative Fabrica. So definitely check them out for a lot of really simple designs that you can get and get your feet wet in playing with rhinestones. All right, so we're doing a hot peel. here's our second layer so far. All right, so let's go back to the cutting table. I'm letting this cool off some. Uh-oh, did I get a super chat and didn't see it? I apologize. Let me go over here and see if that's the case, because it didn't show up on my other thing. Yes, we did. Thank you very much, Miss Parker, for the super chat. Woo! Yes, thank you. That is awesome. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. Okay, so here is our oh, and you know what else I need to tell you? It's the 16th, and I need to let me double check with them. It may be a little bit before we can order. I'm gonna try and get an order of stones in before, because it has to be ordered before the 20th, because the 20th over there is a holiday and it's a month long. It's like their New Year holiday, so it's a month long, and you can all of their shops shut down for a whole month. So if we don't order now, we won't be able to get them. So just keep that in mind. If I'm, if I'm like, hey, if you want to order, you got to get it in right now. That would be the reason why. It's not me rushing you. It's trying to get over there to them, because she already called me and she was like, are you going to order? We're about to do holiday. You need to order now. Blah, blah, blah. So, they can go ahead and get it in the mail. All right. So here is my next layer. I'm about need to cut the light off over here, y'all. I swear I'm about too old. Okay. So here is my next layer for my pixelated heart. All right, so let's go press this one for another 7 to 8 seconds. Cute. And it's just a trip, because in the game Minecraft, if you don't eat, if you get hurt or whatever, you lose hearts. You have so many hearts down at the bottom and they start to dissipate. So it's pretty cool. This reminds me of that. Alrighty. So here is my third layer, so that you can see it. That's the third layer of rhinestones. So let me cool this off some. Pan it, bring it over to the table. Alrighty, and now let's do our final layer, which is only going to put dark red over here on these three, because this is a half spent heart, which is why it looks like that. So half of my heart health is gone, as it happens so many times in the game in real life. And we're going to lay this right in that section that I can barely see because the light is glistening right there in my eyes. Boom, I think that's it. All right, and that's the last layer. So let's press and finish our shirt, you guys. Sweet. And then we'll switch over to the main camera and I'll show you our shirt over there. Now this last layer, I'm gonna let it press for the full 15 seconds so that it'll be done. Over here at the cutting table, I'm gonna put my tools back so that everything is cleaned up. And that's that. 15 seconds. Boom, just like that. Take this off and we are done with our shirt. I'm gonna cut off my heat press. And like I said, bring the shirt over to our main camera. Okay. Oh my goodness. D. Ashley, welcome, welcome, welcome to our hoop group. We're going to ring the bell for you, ma'am. Congratulations. Woo! Yes, welcome, girl, welcome. We love having you here. Don't forget, if you want a bell, go ahead and click the link in the on our website, thebabiesbooty.com, and request your bell. And here is our super cute heart shirt, y'all. Look at how that's blinging. OMG, look at that bling. You know that's some good bling when it blings hard on camera. You know what I'm saying? It's just so here is my shirt. Did I? Hold on. I know it's not crooked because I measured this darn thing. There we go. Here are my hearts. And they are right there. Now, here's my armpit down here, right? So I put mine. This is only because this is my shirt. It's when I wear it, where I wanted it to be. It's where I wanted it to be. So I put it a little bit higher than the boobs, but that's because that's where I wanted it. Okay. I didn't put it right at the armpit. See, armpit down here. Where's my boob? Right there. So I wanted it up. Some. I about need to put it on, but then I'd be putting it on over my dress, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that. So here is our shirt. Let me grab the chat because I blocked it trying to switch the camera. And thank y'all so much. Again, check it out. It is on Creative Fabrica. The link is in the description below. If you're not already a subscriber, you don't look, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. You don't even have to be a paid member here on my channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that important. If you ain't a paid member anywhere, you really need to be a paid member over there at Creative Fabrica. Because when I tell you they are doing big things over there on Creative Fabrica, it's like rhinestone designs now, artwork, illustrations, unlimited. The fonts are ridiculous. The sheer volume of fonts alone will cause you to ball up in a corner and cry because you just cannot fathom. I mean, I had to stop looking at the fonts. I really did, because it was like, bruh, there is no way on God's green earth that I was ever going to use all of these fonts that I'm finding on Creative Fabrica. It's just not possible. There are so many fonts, and the same with their designs. The same with, I mean, they're starting to build up the embroidery designs. I've submitted a couple of the embroidery designs on there. Intend to be adding more embroidery designs as time goes on and I get my digitizing skills built up. But long story short, Creative Fabrica is awesome. So you don't even have to be a member here. Go over there, be a member over there, and just lose your mind, because everything over there, Cricut friendly, silhouette friendly, DTF friendly, sublimation friendly, and now, as you see, rhinestone friendly. And you can still use that for the fake bling as well. So you can cut that out with holographic vinyl and it will work just as well as it did with the rhinestones. Okay. So keep that in mind. I am here. Thank you, Avery Head. I appreciate it. And the freebies they gave over Christmas was ridiculous. I'm just saying, they have a ton of stuff, you know, and I'll be doing classes over there now. They've already opened up the channel, gave me the thumbs up. We collaborate on what classes to put out, so it's not like I'm just saying, hey, I want to do a class. No, they're like, hey, we need some classes on blah blah. Okay, cool, I got you. And it's been fun. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to collaborating with them even more. Who knows, they may end up putting a rhinestone class over there. You never know if they don't have one already. So definitely check them out. The other thing, so like I said, today is the 16th. We only have 4 days, y'all. So I'm probably going to do the research tonight. What we'll do is start with probably three colors as far as the bulk order is concerned. Actually, let me stick with 2. We'll stick with 2 colors as far as the bulk order buy-in. Okay, so we will be doing Crystal and Crystal AB. All right, and what I'm looking at, I need to double check my numbers, but what I'm looking at is buy the no less than 100 gross. Okay, so I'll let you guys know in the hoop group what the 100 gross bag of the crystal is. And then you guys can decide if you want to buy into it. If you do want to buy in, it will be through PayPal. It will include the shipping in the price. We're going to break the shipping up across the whole order because shipping is a whole fool. This is not coming by ship. This is coming by FedEx type delivery. So it shouldn't be a month to get the stones. It should be like a couple of weeks. Okay. So just keep that in mind as well. And I'll let you guys know, because if we put this order in, if I'm understanding her correctly, this order will need to be in by Tuesday. Let me look at my calendar again, because they're ahead of us. Wednesday. I'm going to say Tuesday night at midnight. That's what I'm going to say, because I don't want to take any chances on hitting their 20th. So I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure the 18th is our last time, because our 19th is their 20th. So we can't do it Wednesday. It'll have to be Tuesday. So I'll give it up with her this evening, as a matter of fact, as soon as we get off the live, and find out what my cutoff time really is. And I'll let you know 100% for sure over on Facebook. I know some of y'all don't fool with Facebook. I totally get it, and I apologize, but it's just so easy to keep up with everybody and everything over on Facebook in the Hoop group. All right, so if you're not in the Hoop group, go ahead and shoot the request over. We'll get you over in there, and then you can buy in on the stones as soon as I find out from her. So I'm going to be up, because I slept all day. So I'm going to be up. Did you finish reading about the delivery? No, I haven't yet. But I will. Oh no, the price is stupid, actually. I was like, are you sure this is the price that I'm supposed to be paying? Okay, cool. We'll go with that. All right, so yeah, the price is a good price. Now, on another note, like I said, soon as we get, going with the stones, it won't be a buy-in. You'll be able to actually purchase stones. So we're trying to get to that point as well. And then don't forget, we've got resin that we're going to be stocking on our website as well. This is resin by the Best Uni. She stays in our lives a lot. As a matter of fact, she's one of the ones to call me and let me know that the chat, y'all couldn't hear me. My bad on that, by the way. And y'all, the stuff I've been doing with this resin is a whole fool. I did this last night. It's super cute. I'm still a beginner with this thing, man, but I cannot get enough of the resin. The link is in the description, Shalonda, for the Hoop group. You also can go on to Facebook and type in The Baby's Booty. On Facebook, you'll pull up my business page, and you'll pull up the group as well. So look, it's just a cute little disc of resin. Then where are my little what's the faces that I did? I bought crowns. Y'all, I bought crowns from off of Amazon, little teeny itty bitty crowns, and I made little resin balls and put crowns on the little resin balls. They just, come on, get in focus, fool. They're just so cute. Just so stinking cute. Look at the little crown. So what I'm hoping is to get the thingies to go on top and be able to turn them into charms for necklaces. You know what I'm saying? Like I made a little resin circle thingy for whatever, I don't know. I'm just making stuff just because I flipping want to, and I'm loving it. I made little resin buttons, and I put a pen, stick pin, and a needle and thread in there. I thought that was super cute. This is my all-time favorite keychain that I've made. I just haven't put the little keychain pieces to it, but it's 3 quilting pins in a keychain. I thought that was adorbs, because we pin stuff too. So like I said, I've just been, if my husband ain't careful, he might end up in resin. That's just how obsessed I've been with resin, just resin in everything. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, where's the one? It's my favorite. It wasn't his favorite. Where is it at? My favorite one is right here. Look what I put in resin, y'all. Isn't that cute? Put him a little crown on as well. It's a nut. Because I love to make things and screw things and whatnot. I live, honestly, between Dollar Tree and Lowe's. I don't know which one I love the most. Dollar Tree and Lowe's. Damn, I know. And I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what's going on with that. So, I'm going to tell you what happened. Here it is. Here's one anyways. So, this is my, what time is it? Okay, not too bad. This is my dilemma with the resin keychains. Um, the resin molds that I'm using. Okay, so I bought uh, this kit that comes with, oh crap, it comes with the keychain parts. So I got circles over there, I got this drop chain over there. As a matter of fact, the circle comes with the drop chain on it already, and then it comes with these jump rings, right? So you put the jump ring in the hole, and then you attach the chain to the jump ring, blah blah, and you got a keychain. Well, the jump rings are too small. They're not wide enough to really make a nice, you know, whatever to attach the chain to. Not in my opinion, anyways. You know, so to make sure that when someone tugs on it, I want to make sure that that jump ring is closed all the way in the inside of this darn thing. Well, it's a little too small, just a smidge. So I bought 10 millimeter was the largest I could find at Michael's. So I bought 10 millimeter jump rings. The 10 millimeter jump rings are too small. Like they don't fit well. Like this is a 10 millimeter and it's like barely the fit in there. So I don't like that. And I was like, oh, you know what? I think a D ring would work really well. So I bought D rings. Well, the D rings that I bought now, this joker is too big. Look how that flops around in there. So I'm at a bit of a dilemma. Like I said, I'm a beginner at this. I did make jewelry and stuff like that before. So all of this is new to me. So I'm trying to find some D rings or some better jump rings, a little bit better shape, a little bit more friendly to the keychain so that I'm being anal. I'm sorry. I want it to be right. And I haven't found exactly what I'm looking for. If you guys know, like Andrea, you're really good at stuff like that. If somebody knows something that would work, you know, hit me up on Facebook, instant message, or just post a link on Facebook and I'll try it. But I can't even remember what size these dumb D rings are, but they're too big. So as soon as I get the right thing, I'm going to take this out, put the right one in, and I'm going to send you your keychain because I'm being anal. Unless you want the oversized floppy one, or I can just send you this one, but it's not my favorite. I like to send you stuff that I like. I want to make sure it's right when I send it. And I know you was like, no, don't be like that. Just send whatever. I know. I can't help it. Can't help it, y'all. But yes, y'all, on wire, I didn't think about wire. Jewelry wire and make your own bells. Didn't know I could do that. Didn't know I could do that. So that's something I'll have to look into. But you guys, it is going on 11 o'clock. I want to thank you for joining me. The link to our Amazon store is below. So if you want to find any of this resin supply stuff that I have been playing with myself personally or that I want to play with, it's in the description. Well, our store is in the description and we have a resin section. Okay, so everything resin dealing with that is in that section. So definitely check them out. And as far as the rhinestone design is concerned, Impressa, her link is now in the description. Creative Fabrica, the link to the design I used tonight is in the description. The link, my link, referral link to Creative Fabrica itself, where your subscription will always be $19.99 as long as you use our link, that's in the description. Check them out. I promise you, Creative Fabrica will blow your mind if you just take the time and browse through their stuff. If you don't like their stuff, email me and let me know. Email me and let me know. There's something on that website for everybody. There's something on there for everybody. The only thing I could think that would get on your nerves going on there is too much. It's just overwhelming. But on a cool, calm day, you're sitting down, you're chilling out, you're on the couch, you don't want to look at TV, you maybe got you some nice jazz or some nice classical going on, or maybe some rock music, I don't know. A nice glass or something that soothes your soul, and you sit there and just scroll. Next thing you know, 3-4 hours done went by, and you got a cart full of stuff that you got for $19.99. One price per month, and your design taste juice buds will just be overflowing. That's just how awesome it is over there at Creative Fabrica. And they got me over there teaching. Not that I'm anybody special, but it's just really cool. It's just really cool. Awesome opportunity. I'm absolutely in love with it. So thank you. It was a lot of fun. I always enjoy doing bling with you guys. And also in the Who group, I'll let you know when the next class is, okay? Because part of that buy-in, my goal is to buy extra stones so that we can have extra stuff in our classes, okay? And I can send out some extra um, supplies with you guys because my stone reservoir is running low because of the last few jobs that I've had with some stones. So it's time to re-up, and I'm ready to buy in bulk, not just regular bulk that I've been buying. It's time to get serious. So what we gonna do around here? We gonna get serious. We gonna bulk up. Yeah. So I had made a beat for you guys that I was gonna play with you all to leave, and I forgot it. So we got some really cool Baby's Booty outro music that we're gonna start playing, but for right now, I left it in the room. My bad. So we'll try it out on Facebook and let y'all see how that goes. But at any rate, you guys have a great night. It was a lot of fun. If you do a bling shirt, please post the link or the picture of it in our Facebook group. I would absolutely love to see it. Also, keep an eye out tonight or first thing in the morning on the rhinestone buy-in. And then aside from that, you'll also keep an eye out for the resin when it goes back on sale when our supply comes in. So I look forward to working with you guys. Things have been totally awesome around here. If you're where the snow is, please be safe and careful. The sickness is still out there, so please be safe and careful with that as well. Now my grandbabies got it in South Carolina, and it's wrecking their little bodies. So y'all, please be careful with that mess as well. And hopefully next week we'll be able to find a way to get a hold of some sublimation or something. Do something that we haven't done in a while, and some sublimation. So look forward to seeing you all the next time. Y'all have a good evening. Love you all, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Thank you for the super chats for those who gave it, and for our new members also. That was like beyond awesome as well. So thank you. Have a good night. Bye.